Okay. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're going to do the optional workout of zone benchmarking today. Take about half an hour. Essentially what this is doing is making sure that the FTP test that we did yesterday is reasonably accurate to what we need to do. So this workout will then be based upon the FTP settings that we did in yesterday's ride. So let's get going. I'm going to do this on the volcano flat for today. You can choose any of those routes that you like. And away we go. So we're just doing a warm up. Goes for 5 minutes, and then you can see the zones up on the side, the left hand side. So you've got 5 minute warm up. We've got 5 minutes at 175 watts, 2 minute free ride, 4 minutes at 215, 2 minute free ride, 3 minutes at 255, free ride, 2 minutes at 295, free ride, 1 minute at 335, and then a free ride again. So just watch what's on the screen and we'll be right to go. Okay, so we're just about to get into our first zone. 5 minutes at 175. As you see, you don't have to do anything. Trainer's going to do most of the work for us. We just pedal and follow the on-screen instructions. It's pretty straightforward and we should be good to go. If you find that you can't do it and it's too tough, then you can use the little plus minus percents over to the side underneath the bars to make it a little bit easier and work it out from there. All right, here's the first block. All right, so We're almost at the end of our 5 minutes. 50 seconds to go. You would have noticed the new robot pacer go past a minute ago. Look a bit different. No more of the ghosty sort of shape. Looks more like a robot. I suppose it suits the Robo Pacer name better. So just around the corner here, you can see on the mini map the arch is there. Will come into view in a sec. So that'll be the end of the 5 minutes. Start of the 2-minute free ride. Free ride basically means that the erg sort of comes off the trainer, etc. for a bit. And you can see now the watts and the power and everything's changed a little bit. So there you go. If you struggle to do that, your FTP might be a bit out. So use the arrow keys or click on the plus minus symbols over there to adjust it accordingly. Not much further, we're at the end of our 2 minutes. And then we start our 4-minute ride at 2:15. There's the archway coming up. All right, here starts the next segment. 2:15, 4 minutes. So we're almost at the end of our 4 minutes. About 40 seconds to go. And then we get our 2 minutes free ride. Now with the workouts, the elevation of the route you're riding doesn't really matter. So when you're in one of these zones, you ride 215 watts regardless of whether it's uphill or downhill. When you go back to the free ride sections, then the elevation of the map will come back into effect again on you. Hey Roy, how you going, mate? So just about to go on the free ride, and thankfully it's on a nice flat. So there we go. So not too much of an effort. If we were riding up a hill, then all of a sudden when it went through that arch, you'd be greeted with the gradient that you were riding up. So next session we got coming up, 3 minutes at 2:55. So a minute less, they're all going down slightly, but the intensity is going up. Yeah, I'm going to do a this build me up program. I thought it'd be a good opportunity for viewers if they wanted to join in to follow along. So just did the ramp test yesterday and just doing this benchmarking thing today, and then the first workout maybe tomorrow, and then if I can, I'd like to try and do some group workouts if it lines up through the channel. So a bit like where you can all join in on the workout, but you all follow your own settings as you ride around with everybody. So if I can, I'm going to try to get a couple of those things to happen. All right, here comes the next one. Yeah, well, hopefully Roy, it brings some people in. I think we've got to try and cater for all the users and not just the racers, so hopefully some people will find this useful. So that was certainly a solid little hit. As you can tell, I'm probably talking less in the as the zones get harder. And so one of the things I'm aiming for is to try and keep my cadence or RPM at around about 90. You see it slowed a bit now because I'm just A, in the map, but B, trying to get a bit of a rest for the next session. Let's see how we go. So you can see the colours down the bottom of the screen should sort of marry up to the efforts that we're putting in on the colour bars on the side. And you can see that there's a lot more variance in the free ride sections where wattage bounces around a bit, but yeah. Next 2 minutes is going to be tough, and that last 1 minute is going to be tough. Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea, Roy. Maybe we could do that. Okay, so here we go. Just going to wind up the RPM a bit. All right, end of the 2 minutes. Whew. That was hard going. So I didn't need to stand up. I did feel like I needed to stop talking and just concentrate on my breathing and trying to pedal in circles. So really focusing on the pushing down and then pulling back, like scraping mud off your shoe, and then lifting up. So trying to get your legs to work as much as you can around that whole circle. You'll find a lot easier to hold that power if you're utilizing all of your muscles in doing it. So last zone coming up. This is my hardest of our workout. What do you mean there, Roy? What do you mean by zone 1? Okay, here we go. Ten. Okay. So that's the end of all the zones. Free ride, lower power. Yeah, you can. So catch my breath a bit. Free ride, certainly you can see by the grey, is a lower intensity, and so you can change a couple of gears or slow your cadence a bit to catch your breath and recover between those sessions. Sometimes they'll be free ride, sometimes they might actually specify a wattage. So you might go from, say, that first zone, 5 minutes at 175, and then it might be 2 minutes at 120. And so it still gets you to ride at a fixed wattage, but it's less than what you had been used to. So you get that chance to recover on that space. Nothing better than when you're doing a hard segment like that and you're almost there, and then you can look up and see the archway in the distance on the mini-map or for real, and you know that you've only got to get to the arch for it to be over. So, you know, that last 10-15 seconds where you think you're going to cave, you can see the arch and you know you can dig deep. You can know you can do it for that last 10 seconds, and so you just push through to get that. So here it is, the end of the zone benchmarking workout. And if we look at the ride report there, you can see basically my heart rate sort of steadily went up, and then in those recovery periods here it would drop down a little bit, go back up when I started the next segment, drop down a little bit, up a little bit, down, and then up, and then we're recovering there. So the ones with the lines in it is where we're doing those free rides. So hopefully that will show up on your screen. Then the solid block of colour is the actual block of intensity. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's where we worked out it. And then you can see the last bit here, we had a few grey periods in there where it would dropped down into that zone 1. Cadence wise, well, it's hard to see without the power if I take that out. Cadence, I was pretty even across the board. You can see I had little drops here and there, and a little bit lower in those last few segments. So as we go through the workouts, you would hopefully see that that remains a lot more to where it should be, and shouldn't get those drop-offs as such. But otherwise, that's a pretty good test. I didn't end up going into, my heart rate didn't go up into its max or anywhere near that. So yeah, that's pretty good. So hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to keep up to date with the progress on in the drop show. I'll be letting everybody know how that's going in there. So if you tune in and watch that on Sunday mornings normally, Google that. We're on Facebook and YouTube, In the Drop. And I'll try and put a link in the description here below after I finish this. But I'll be keeping a bit of a progress, and then we'll see how we go from there. So thanks again for tuning in today, Roy. Pleasure to have you here again, and we'll see you on the next one.